Hey kids, it's the Missenden Fly here. Hope you're well. It's a cold, miserable day outside. It's the middle of December here in Blighty, so not very conducive to going out riding the bike. So thought I'd stick in the man cave and do another one of my protection-based videos. Last time we had a look at how to protect the radiators on the big GS. This time around, my good friends at Go Gravel have sent me the headlight protector. So we're going to fit that today. The idea, as the name implies, is that we protect this rather splendid headlight. On this machine I had the option to have the all LED headlight, and if a stone does fly up off of a car, or if you're out on off-road and you manage to crack the front of this headlight, you're into a replacement unit, and we're talking many hundreds of pounds. So it's well worth thinking about headlight protectors for these sorts of bikes. As I say, I've been sent to have a try, once again from my friends at Go Gravel, the headlight protector. This is from a company that's South African based. You can't yet buy these in the UK, but you'll be able to soon. And they asked me if I would like to have a go at fitting their products, see how I got on. So stick around, stay tuned. I'll show you the Go Gravel headlight protector. So as usual, let's start by taking a look at actually unbagging the product. So it comes in a nice package. Once again, the guys at Go Gravel don't provide instructions in the package with these, so you have to go to the web and download them, but that's no problem. So I've done that already, and again the instructions are pretty comprehensive. We've got some pictures and so on in here, so it looks pretty straightforward. And then the product itself, let's see what we get in here. So these are the brackets, and they're in fact individually wrapped by the looks of it, so that the powder coating doesn't get scratched in transit, which is a nice touch. There we go. In fact, we've got a couple of brackets, and we've got some hardware to fix as well. There we go. And this here are the lenses, and they come in both the yellow and perspex, depending on what country you're in. Here in Blighty, we just use the perspex ones. Let's take those out. We can do away with those. There we go. And then we've got the protector itself, which is nice and lightweight. It's not sure what it's made of. Feels very light. It might be aluminium, but it's powder coated, so it looks quite hard wearing. Okay, let's check out the instructions. See how we go about fitting it. Right, so having had a quick look at the instructions, the tools as usual are pretty straightforward. You just need some Allen keys and a T30 Torx connector or Torx piece. So that's one of those. I'll use my splendid little mini Torx wrench for this, which is a great little tool. Somebody asked me where I got this recently. I can't remember for the life of me, but it's absolutely great. You can keep it on the bike. It pretty much has everything you need for a BMW, so it's a great little bit of kit. So one of those. And then looking in the instructions, the way this works is these perspex pieces that have got the protection on still at the moment. We'll take that off at the end. Just sit in there, like so. It all seems to fit pretty well, actually, he says, making it look difficult. There you go, that way, only goes one way around. And then you use these little nuts and bolts here to actually keep that attached within the frame. So nicely done, fits really well, and we'll take those protective coverings off at the very end. Actually, having re-looked at the instructions, I think what I'll do is just take that protection for the acrylic off before we get started. Because we're going to need to fit the acrylic in before we put them on the bike. And it's going to be a bit of a hassle to take this off beforehand. So let me just remove these protective coverings. There we go. So those clear perspex pieces are very nice and clear. Excellent. Right. So they are going to sit. I'll just put this towel down so I don't scratch anything while I'm doing this. In there. And again, they only fit one way round. So you can't get it wrong. There we go. Okay, and then these fit in just using these little Allen bolts. Now, you want to put the heads on the outside, so it's going to be on the underside as we're looking at this, so it looks a bit neater. So let's do that. Now, let's think about this. What's going to be the easiest way to do this? No, brainwave. This looks like a right faff. So, let me get a little bit of tape and just hold these in place, and that's going to make the whole job a lot easier. Right, there's always a way around these things, so let's get a bit of masking tape and just hold these in place. Now actually the instructions don't talk at all about putting the perspex into the frame, so it might be something that's worth adding on the instructions. I shall feed that back to the guys at Go Gravel, and maybe mentioning that it's worth holding it in place with a bit of tape just to make it easier. Okay, there we go. So they'll just hold in there enough for me to get these little nuts and bolts on. And these are the nuts that have the nylon lock piece on, so they won't be coming loose. I'll just do them finger tight for now. Right, let's get those tightened. So it's an 8mm socket, and then in fact they do provide you with an Allen key for this, so you don't need to get your own set out. You can just use the one that comes provided, so that's quite handy. So let's hope they all stay there. Let's get these wound in. Just make sure it's got that. Yep. There we go, all done. So those are all in. That looks nice and rugged. So we can remove these tapes now. Get rid. And there we go. So that's how she looks from the front. Nice, like it. Okay, let's get over to the bike and fit her on there. Okay, so the way this works is, I don't know if you can see, but we've got a bolt just up here. Just here. You can see that there. And there's one on the other side, obviously. And basically what happens is we're going to take these arms and we're going to feed them through, and we're going to attach them, or we're going to replace that bolt with another one with an M6 bolt that's provided in the kit. So that's going to sit on there, and then we'll attach the bracket on the front. So that's the idea. So let's first of all take that bolt out. There she goes. And then we're going to replace that with a considerably longer one that's provided in the kit, together with another washer. Okay. Okay, now having removed that, let's attempt to feed this in. Make sure we're not catching any wires or cables. And pop the replacement bolt in. Okay, I'm not going to do it very tight at this point because we may need to adjust those bolts or these brackets when we come to actually put the lens on the front. So that's one, so I'll just do the same the other side. Okay, so it's the same this side. First of all, take off the original Torx bolt. Try not to drop anything as you do so. Replacement with washer. And again, we'll just leave it loose for now, so we've got room to make adjustments. Okay, that's the brackets in place, just got to fit the lens on the front now. Okay, so this is going to sit on there, and the way to do this is we're going to want to make sure the washer is outside. Let's open that one. That's good, so let's take those bolts out. Start with this one. And this is just a 4mm Allen bolt. Just get a couple of threads in there to hold it in place. I have to say, these are very nicely made pieces of kit. The powder coating seems to be good quality. The way it all fits together is really nice. It will obviously remains to be seen how rugged they are in use, and indeed whether this has any effect on the light that's spread at all. I don't think it will do, but it'll be interesting to see. Okay, let's make sure she's all nice and level before I tighten her up. Okay, so I just want to make sure I've got the same gap outside of the light all the way along. Okay, nice and solid. Excellent, all done. Okay, so there we go. That's it. That's the fitting of the Go Gravel headlight protector. Seems to be a really nice made piece of kit, fitted on really easily. It's nice and sturdy. Doesn't look like it's going to rub or snag with anything. Remains to be seen, of course, how it goes at night time. I'll keep you posted on that when I next use the bike at night. But I think with the way that these bolts are and so on, it gives the bike a really nice sort of industrial look. So really pleased with that. So thanks again to the guys at Go Gravel for sending me these bits of kit to try on the bike. I've got one more video to go, so stay tuned and stick around for that. And I'll be posting that up in the coming weeks. So look forward to speaking to you next time. Until then, this has been the Missenden Flyer. Cheerio.